28-yard line. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. On the option, he'll toss it. Fighting off the defender. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right?
Wide open space. Got enough space. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. LSU quick to the line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job on the route and catch by them. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, LSU! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Finds him out of the backfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations.
Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. A 1st down run on the doorstep. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but a nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. He goes airborne and he's in there for the 2-point conversion. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Here we go.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
He makes the grab for the 2. I don't know why you need to go for 2 there, but they do, and it's successful. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very...
Lofts one high and deep. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Big fella moving. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Ready to kick it away to get things started. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Pulls it in. It's Peoples. At midfield, he's got room. Lots of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Buckeyes line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And they tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Finds his man, it's Durham. Good call, good. Execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Durham.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. LSU right back to the line. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball's
turning it on. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. Third and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away, because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
On third down, going up top. He caught it! They will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He'll start this drive going to the air. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. Speeding down the left side. There he goes. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Ohio State.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is true, and there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He wants to change this route. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Uncorks one. It's caught. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Touch pass on the run. Got room to work. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Handoff to the lone back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. LSU quick to the line. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He's got it, 1st down and more. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's Durham. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it. And then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Set to kick it away. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The RPO, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Oh, he makes the catch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Peoples. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. He gets it into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 48. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Moving out of the pocket. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on 1st down. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Oh, they're after him! The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Floating away. On the run, deep down the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've got a good one going here in the 3rd quarter, all tied up as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Starting his 3rd quarter on the ground. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. He leaves it with the back. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. LSU right back to the line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Scanning the field. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Short completion along the sideline will be enough for the 1st down. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Durham. Finds a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Black 24. Set.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. Runs through the tackle. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
This offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this one.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here.
Get set. Get set.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And that's luxury for this offense to be in right now. They don't have to be in so much of a hurry. They can still run the football, be successful. Great chance right here knocking on the door to take the lead.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looking to throw on third and goal. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quick pass on the jet motion. Runs through a tackle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just as he released the pass, it's incomplete.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. This one's complete.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And as he throws, it's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that's a play the quarterback